In this video, we will explore the tool To Go, which gives children the opportunity to control an object on a screen using a range of instructions and built-in backgrounds and challenges. It can be used as an introduction to programming and is aimed at children between the ages of 6 and 8. Many teachers use To Go as a follow-on from using the floor robot. So in this video, we will look at how to modify the settings to ensure the appropriate level of complexity for your children and how to switch on the programming aspect so that children can build up and run a set of instructions or a procedure. So first of all, from the home page, To Go can either be found on the Computing Topics button here, or from the Tools area on the home page. Again, you will find To Go there alongside To Code. You can either select one of the pre-made built-in backgrounds, or you can make your own. You can draw your own picture, use one of the clip art options, or using the Choose File button here, you can select a file from your own PC that you saved away that you can use as your own background. There are also a set of challenges that start off very simply and increase in complexity as you move through the challenges. These challenges can be differentiated and set as to-dos for your pupils. Let's start with challenge number 1.
Guide the fish to the treasure chest.
This challenge uses the very simplest of instructions, up, down, left and right. And as you click on one of these instructions, the fish moves one step at a time to determine his path. Now I can select try another, which will take me to challenge number 2, which increases in complexity. This time I have to
drive the car to the bank and then to the hospital.
You will notice this time my input has changed, where now I have to select how many left, right or up and down that the car is going to drive. So let's go 1 step left. It's going to go down 7 steps. In order to change the complexity of the input that your children are using, you can use the silver settings cog here. Now that was the very simplest one that was on challenge number 1. That is the instructions used in challenge number 2. You can increase the complexity to introduce diagonals, which will get to your destination more efficiently. Or you can use this option here, which is more like the B-bots or the roamers. If I select 90 degrees there, this is now a forward arrow, back arrow, anti-clockwise and clockwise turn. And again, I have the numbers at the bottom telling the turtle how many of those steps to take. So let's now use that set of instructions and see if I can drive my car to the hospital. So first of all, I need to turn him round because he's facing the wrong way here. I need to turn him. Let's do an anti-clockwise turn. I need to do 2 90-degree turns, anti-clockwise. Round he goes. Now he's facing up. So I'm going to use my forward arrow and I'm going to go 4 steps forward. And now I'm going to do 1 anti-clockwise turn to the left and now drive 6 steps forward and hopefully he'll get to the bank. This time I'm going to try that challenge again, but I'm going to use my settings cog to turn the programming elements on. What this does is it gives the children the opportunity to program a 5-step algorithm or a 10-step algorithm. They can build up their instructions in this algorithm 1 step at a time if they like, or they can also use a loop. Now loops are very useful if you are wanting the children to create 2-dimensional shapes. So this time I'm going to complete this challenge. Instead of using 1 step at a time, I'm going to see if I can program a 5-step algorithm or a 10-step algorithm. So first of all, I'm going to turn him 1 anti-clockwise turn to the left, and I can play that and see what happens. Excellent. Let's rewind that back again and see what he needs to now do. He needs to now go forward 1 step. And as you can see, you can keep playing it and build up your algorithm 1 step at a time. When you're building up your algorithm, it is important to rewind back to the beginning each time so your car starts again at his original position. So I think this is the program that I need to make the car now move to the hospital. I'm going to rewind him right back to his starting position and press play. So let's look now at how you can use the pre-made backgrounds to set your own challenges for your pupils. I'm going to use this flower template. So here's my little bumblebee. He's going to go and visit all of the other flowers to pollinate them. So first of all, as a teacher, I need to decide what instructions do I want my pupils to use and how complicated do I want this to be. So I can first of all select the type of input that I want the children to be using, and do I want them to be programming a 5 or 10-step algorithm. Let's turn the programming on. So the children can now experiment to see how many of the flowers the bee can pollinate using this set of instructions and a 10-step algorithm. So here I have built up a 9-step algorithm, and I'm going to press play now and see if he will follow my instructions and see if I've programmed this correctly. Now, he hasn't exactly gone where I wanted him to go, so I'm going to have to debug my program and work out which of these instructions need removing or replacing with other sets of instructions. Let's rewind it and see if that works. You can further increase the complexity of this tool by again clicking on the settings cog, clicking on the general tab and decreasing the step length, which will increase the number of grid squares on your background. As the teacher, I have now selected the settings that I want my pupils to use. I have started my algorithm by putting in the first 2 set of instructions, which if I play that, it will take me to the first red flower at the top there. I want to see if my class can now complete the remainder of this 10-step algorithm to see if their bumblebee can visit the other flowers. So first of all, I'm going to rewind it back to the beginning. I'm going to save that in my work folder, and I'm now going to set that as to do for my children to complete independently. For more information on how to set to-dos for your pupils, please refer to the videos in the Setting and Assessing course.